Alright, and hello everybody, I'm the Super27, and welcome to another Dokkan Battle video. We are here for the Supreme Magnificent Spectacle Movie Edition. You know, the final two stages are now here. We have the Family Kamehameha up today. Now, I have heard, you know, through the grapevine or whatever, being on Twitter or whatever, that these stages are pretty lame. Not great. I did watch Truth's video about the final stage, just to see if it would really provide anything of, like, real substance, and apparently it doesn't. So I don't know specific numbers or anything. I do have the stats pulled up. I am not going to look at them. We will be going over them together at the very end. So, Gohan here, he has two separate missions for his stage. Beat it with 6 hybrids, and then beat it with, what is it? 6 resurrected warriors. So we have 2 teams that we have prepared. Also, I think that this is really funny, this, like, moment being the support memory, because look, they have the meme Goku face. Like, Amatsu knew what he was doing with this one. It's very, very funny or whatever. So we're going to just try to knock out all the missions today. This is the Hybrid Saiyan team that I have cooked up, and then this is the Resurrected Warriors team that I've cooked up. Now, I could, if, like, we lose for whatever reason, which I doubt, but if we do lose for whatever reason, I could sub on, what's-his-face? Angel SSJ 3 Goku. I feel like he would probably be really good for this stage. So let's go ahead and see just kind of what the stage can really provide. Now, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, multiple enemies. So, like, any AoE unit is going to be, like, really cracked in a fight like this. I am bringing Trunks here. Trunks is definitely one of, like, the weirder units from last year. Like, he just didn't really have a home, but if what everyone is saying has been true, I probably should have been targeting specific people. But if what everyone has been saying is true, he should be able to thrive in here. Like, this is a much lower oh, that was 22,000. I thought that was 220,000. Okay, I was about to be like, what are people talking about? That kid just hit me really freaking hard. But no, it doesn't look like they have any stuns or seals on their super attack effects. I mean, maybe Videl would. No sort of like stunning or sealing my... I can't say that. Shenanigans. There we go. Stunning or sealing shenanigans. That's actually a really hard thing to say right there. I mean, decent amount of HP, I suppose. I understand that Beast isn't, like, the most damaging unit out there. Like, he can certainly put up numbers, but if we compare what he's doing, even to, like, Goten and Trunks, like, Easy A, Goten, and Trunks, I should have brought them on this Hybrids team now that I'm looking at it instead of Gotenks. Because they would have moved way quicker. Because, again, I am still, like, kind of under the mindset. I don't know if I entirely agree with it or not, but I do kind of, like, think that they are, like a top 10 unit in the game. 80% chance to dodge. The damage that they put up is insane. They have a guaranteed dodge turn anytime after turn 3, as long as you have another Goten or Trunks on the rotation. And they also have that same unit super attack with the exact same conditions, although you can also have a Krillin on the rotation. It would be that much better, of course, if, you know, Krillin were to get a sub-Easy A during, like, a surprise EX part, which I don't know is the most likely, because next Friday, more likely than not, is when we're actually going to be getting new stuff, and then the week at... Trunks, do you want to explain what just happened? Jesus Christ. That was a normal, God. I remember when people last year were being like, he's not that bad, guys. He really isn't. He's good. He stacks. He's good. Yeah, bring him into Fusions Demacia and tell me how he's doing. Dude, am I going to be the first person ever to die in this event? Videl, please. No. Okay, I'm trolling. I'm actually trolling. That's so funny. Alright, let's get this piece of shit out of here. I'm the only person that's ever lost in this event. That's hilarious. Alright. Enough clouding around. Let's go ahead and get Goten and Trunks on the team. Where are the boys at? Here are the boys. Alright, there we go. We no longer have a lose con on the team. Let's see, can we get another Tech Ultimate Gohan, or are there going to be 0 Tech Ultimate Gohans on the friends list? No, there we go. And a Rainbow friend, not too shabby. All right. Pretty decent opening rotations, all things considered. All right, we're going to be fine. I'm a little bit surprised Gohan took that much right out the gate. But I guess that's worse thing. That he had All in the Family up, because Future Gohan was on that rotation. Oh, wait, Future Gohan, he's going to suck now, because he needs a Trunks, doesn't he? What is your condition? 58% damage reduction when HP 70% or less with the bottom master and disciple. No, okay, it's just an HP threshold for him. He gets the chance to guard with the Trunks. In the same turn, even. Okay. Alright, so he potentially could get slapped up here, but I don't really think that we need to be, like, too worried. Who do we have in this upcoming rotation? I guess we can try to target down Kid Trunks and get Kid Trunks out of here. Probably not, like, the worst plan ever out there. Now, if Gotenks wants to be, like, a dodging unit, like he's actually, you know, supposed to be, that would be pretty nice. We already know this does about 140. 150 right there, alright. Higher damage roll, I suppose, but worse things have happened. Let's see here. I need to be a little bit careful, though, because if I want to do all the missions, I do certainly need to have enough attempts left that I can bring the Resurrected Warriors team into here. I didn't expect for us to be taking that much damage, but to be fair, I didn't expect Trunks to eat 500k on a normal. That was certainly a little eye-opening right here. This is probably going to be significantly lower because we got 2 stacks off. Yeah, double-digit tanking, that's the type of stuff you'd love to see. Troop type advantage, 30% damage reduction. Yeah, dude, Gohan ate that much with guard and 30% damage reduction? I mean, I guess that's, like, roughly what, like, Cell Max starts off with, and Cell Max can certainly get slapped up and clapped up on turn 1, so I guess I shouldn't be that surprised. We are above the HP threshold, so we have no damage reduction right here, but we dodged. That probably would have been death. That would have been death number 2. That would have been a little bit embarrassing, chat. Not even gonna hold you guys, not even for 2 seconds. I would have been very embarrassed if we died back to back to back. Now, granted, we still could. This kid could fraud me out. I talk about it all the time. I know that this guy is good. No dodge. He's not a dodging unit. It's not actually in his kit. I don't believe that he's a dodging unit. Only Fierce Battle. Only Fierce Battle. We can keep them on rotation. Let's still just target down Trunks right here, I suppose. We do have Beast on this upcoming rotation, so let's save... I mean, it's the same either way. This just has a rainbow. I was going to say, let's save as many STR orbs as possible. That way, you know, Beast Gohan on this upcoming rotation would be able to... 180. Dude, Beast is getting... Or, Ultimate Gohan's getting clapped up right here. My goat, hello. Yeah, he has certainly fallen from grace, I would say. He is not, like, the super dominant unit that a lot of people like to think that he is. I mean, I would say... Because genuinely, like, his turn 1 is, like, his best turn. Because that's when he has the damage reduction and the guard. And it's not really until, like, turn 5 or 7, like, somewhere in between there. Well, I mean, like, his 3rd rotation, his 4th rotation, where he's able to get enough stacks that he's, like, on a comparable level of tanking as he is to turn 1. His damage is pretty good. It is nice that he has debuffs. We were getting a little bit unlucky there, not getting a whole lot of hidden potential system additionals, but that's neither here nor there. Goten and Trunks getting hit right there isn't, like, the biggest deal ever because they're getting their dodge and all their stats as well. Future Gohan should be fine, especially if he's going to pop off like this, give us a bunch of additional supers, which is what we love to see. 80% damage reduction on his first appearance, which is pretty freaking nice, not going to lie. Although he might have to eat a couple of supers right here, because I don't believe Trunks or Goten have actually supered. This would be way easier. Actually, if I had the Kamehameha unit, it would be significantly easier. Okay, this is type disadvantage, but we have debuffed him pretty significantly. Yeah, double digits, not too bad at all. But this would probably be significantly easier if I actually had the whatchamacallit unit, the Family Kamehameha. I did do a couple of summons for them off screen. Like you probably noticed, or if you followed me on Twitter, again, if you don't follow me on Twitter, what are you doing with your life? But if you follow me on Twitter, I did a couple of off-screen summons today. I finished out the rotation on the Broly banner because I had 2 summons left and then my free summon. On my second summon and then my free summon back-to-back, I was able to get a copy of the LR Uncontrollable Power Broly, which is super huge. I was really happy about that. That was like a great way to start my day. And then I did 1 full rotation on the Gohan banner, and didn't really get anything. I did get a dupe in the Tech Easy A Broly, which is nice. So he's finally 69% as opposed to just being 55%. So, I mean, I will take that because that is pretty huge. That's one of the better Uncontrollable Power units. My Uncontrollable Power team, like, kind of skyrocketed and power just this morning alone, so like I don't really have to run Int Easy A Broly anymore. I don't have to run Hirudegarn if I don't want to anymore. I have way more options at my disposal. So like if I'm able to run Tech Carnival Broly, Full Power Broly, Cell Max, what do you call them, Bio Broly, I have all these different options now at my disposal, so that is like pretty huge. Gohan's gonna be fine here, right? Post Super. I'm pretty sure every unit has already supered, so he just has to tank normals. But we are at a very low HP threshold right here. Like, this is pretty scary. I mean, I guess he could dodge. He does have a relatively high chance to dodge, built just into his kit baseline right here. All right, unfortunately, I think we're going to have to trust one of these dodging units in slot 1. Tech Ultimate Gohan cannot lock down slot 1 on this rotation. It's kind of crazy to see that a team like this is actually struggling a bit. let's see right here. Who has the higher chance to dodge? You have 50% that goes up to 60. And I forget what you guys have. So start of turn. Hold on. Let's pull it up like this. Let's see. High chance to perform a crit. 30% chance to dodge. So these guys are at a 40% chance to dodge. Yeah, we have to trust Gotenks here. Which isn't my favorite. But we can do that right there. Get some HP recovery. We can do this. And that, like, Trunks is definitely dead this turn. So I think Videl should probably be our next target. Neither one of them got to super. Are you serious? Gotenks. And we're dead. Okay. We'll give this team one more try, and then we'll just swap over to the Resurrected Power team. I don't think I'm misplaying. I just think that my Hybrids team... I mean, I'm kind of... Who's been taking damage? It's been Ultimate Gohan, really. I mean, who could I sub in? I guess I could sub in, like, these guys. The thing is, none of them can go slot 1. But that would be nice to have him as a floater. We can do this. Give a little bit of extra support. Oh, I don't know why he wants to give me Fraud Power Gohan. I don't really want Beastless on the team. All right, we actually have, like, good opening rotations right here. All right, this is good. This is good. Having Beast turn 1, I think, will be way more significant than what we have. Oh, and that's perfect. That's perfect. I'm actually going to put Tech Ultimate Gohan. I'm going to float him here is what I will... No, because then I... No, I can do that. I can do that. And instead of targeting down Trunks, because it took us a little while, who should I go for? Maybe Videl. Yeah, let's go for Videl. Let's see, maybe we can get her out of here. Because I would imagine, generally, they have, like, more HP from left to right. That's not always the case, but most of the time from left to right, so I'm assuming Goten probably has, like, the most amount of HP. He probably hits the hardest, and then it would be Trunks, and then it would be... Yeah, right there. Dude, Beast ate how much? That was 171? What am I missing here? Am I dumb? No, Beast has his intro up, doesn't he? Or does he... What are the conditions for Beast? Yeah, look, we're doing way more damage to Videl, if you noticed there. Okay. So Videl probably does have significantly less HP. But does Beast have a restriction? Does he need, like, a superhero category ally to have his extra damage reduction up? Like, on the rotation or something? Because I don't have that at my disposal right now. I don't think so. Is that maybe why it's telling me to bring Beastless Gohan? Like, I must be missing something. Again, I'm not entirely sure. I guess we can look at Beast here in a second to see if he has some sort of a restriction that I am being locked out of. But, hopefully once we can get out of this opening phase, I imagine once we get out of this opening phase, like, we should be fine by that point. Beast is going to be fine. He's going to lose his intro if he already has access to it, but, like, Tech Ultimate Gohan right here, they'll both be able to have enough stacks up to be very, very competent. We'll pretty much, like, almost be guaranteed to go into Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. So Gotenks, I mean, he'll be a 70% chance to dodge unit who can go skyrocket way up. His damage will be significantly better. We'll also have the heal. We'll have the domain in our back pocket as well. I kind of screwed myself. I didn't really think about saving orbs, because there were a bunch of tech orbs on that last rotation. I do remember that, and I kind of wasted them. I should have saved them to heal, but this is fine. This is fine. Again, we're going to take some damage here in slot 1. Yes, 63 isn't great. If we're able to super before we get supered, we'll be fine. Again, this is about 150 right here. 200? Why is Videl's attack going, like, way up? What is her attack stat, even? It can't be that high. Again, I was seeing all over Twitter people were complaining, but maybe that's just because they were bringing, like, more relevant teams. Although, I mean, I have relevant units on here. It's just my not relevant ones. I can't hide them because there's so many units. There's so many attacks that are just being thrown around. I can't really protect some of these weaker guys. But, like, Tech Ultimate Gohan, like, he's designed to go slot 1. That's, like, this kid's role. That's what he does. That's what he's designed to do. And he is struggling. So I guess that's just bringing down the rest of the team. Because since he is taking so much damage, all these units who kind of need to be protected under, like, his wing or whatever, they are struggling because naturally I'm just at such a much lower, like, HP threshold. We do actually knock out Videl, which is nice, and we're getting some dodges in here, so we are starting to build up slowly but surely. Hopefully Gotenks, yet again, this is our lose con, Gotenks. You have a 50% chance to dodge here, then you have a 25% chance to dodge in your hit a potential system. I just need you to dodge. Double super is good, so if we do get tagged by a normal, hopefully we will be able to eat it slightly better. Did Goten super? I don't remember if Goten supered or not. He doesn't dodge. Like, he genuinely, this unit never dodges. I don't know what to say. I do not know what to say. Do I pop... Do I pop the beast active here? Am I afraid for Goten? Because Goten has, what, 70% damage reduction right now? In slot 3? No, he only has 50%. He has 70% in slot 2. We can float, Future Gohan then. That's a lot of attacks, though. You know what? We will do it. Why not? This may be a waste, but, again, I do want to have my Resurrected Warrior runs, and I don't really want to lose again to what is considered a very easy event. Is this funny to you guys? Because, again, I'm not throwing. I'm actually like, trying to win here. It's just my units are struggling significantly more than what I thought. But potentially we could get some good damage on Goten right here. Which unfortunately we didn't do because they didn't put any attacks into slot 1. Because if they supered in slot 1, then obviously Beast, he gets the guaranteed additional. We would be able to do way more damage. Goten only got the 1 right there. I'm pretty sure I have a full dodge build on him. I don't think he has like any additionals or anything or any crit. He doesn't really like need it. Yeah, I'm glad that I did that right there, because Goten would have had to eat 2 separate, like, back-to-back supers. I mean, with 70% damage reduction, he probably could have tanked that decently well. I guess I'm not entirely sure. That might have been a little bit preemptive, not gonna lie. Let's see right here. I mean, Future Gohan, he would have been fine on this rotation. 80% damage reduction. Yeah, this probably was a waste of my active skill, not gonna lie. But we are doing some, like, moderate damage to Goten. Goten is really, like, the only threat that I have here. Just because, like, I don't have, like, the true type advantage, even though I have guard. Trunks really isn't going to be able to do anything to either Ultimate Gohan right here. Which one of the Ultimate Gohans has higher defense? It is mine. So mine has to go into slot 1 here. We're able to do that. And then... Dude, Goten and Trunks actually have higher defense right now than Ultimate Gohan. That's not something you see every day, I don't think. Alright. But let's go ahead right here. I mean, yeah, we're taking damage still, but now that after... Okay, we're fine now. We're fine. For the rest of this rotation, we're going to be fine. Even if we get caught by a super, we're going to have debuffs. And then, you know, obviously, if Trunks supers, it's not going to be, like, the biggest threat. I mean, Ultimate Gohan, I kind of need... Yeah, there you go. That a boy. Those are all 70%, right? If I'm not mistaken, all of his additionals, they are a great chance. They're not 50-50s. They are a 70% chance to happen. And they are not happening. There we go. This is the hit potential system right here. So we're getting some good stackage with mine. Hopefully we'll get some good stacks with the friend over there in the back slot. Let's see right here. Yes, 16.7. These guys actually are insanely good. And they only dodged, what, like 2 attacks last turn? So they're not even, like, close to being fully built up. They're double-digit tanking normals. That's kind of what I would expect to see from a unit. They don't even have guard or anything. Although they do have the 30% damage reduction, if I'm not mistaken. So they do have 30% damage reduction. That's like the last line of their pass. So I don't entirely remember how it is activated. Again, I have like a very like generalized idea of what pretty much every unit in the game does. But if you wanted me to tell you specifics, I could not tell you. Also, I'm noticing that we aren't able to debuff Goten. And Goten actually has his attack raised. Interesting enough. You know what, I guess we could look at this phase. Since I have lost twice, let's just go ahead and look specifically at this phase. Yeah, that's only a 1 million. That's a 1.25. That's a 1... Dude, Ultimate Gohan was getting slapped up by a 1 million? Yeah, their normals are nothing. I mean, we were taking damage from normals, too. 50 million, 70 million, 60 million... If there's a Trunks, he gets 30% attack. If there's a Goten, he has damage reduction. And then Videl does nothing. So you can probably leave Videl around as much as you want. Like, probably killing Goten is, like, priority number 1. Then you could kill Videl. And then you could kill Trunks. And then we'll look at the rest of the stuff at the very, very end. Alright, good to know. Yet again, we can just kind of do this, probably, is what I'm thinking. Hopefully, we'll be able to wipe, Trunks off the face of the planet here. Let's see, that's a bunch of orbs right there. And what is going to give us the most amount of healing? This one right here. Now, I know you might be thinking, like, oh, well, why shouldn't you try to kill Trunks first? Because, number one, that's what I did last time, and it didn't result in us winning. So, changing the strategy, I think, was a good idea. But it's going to take longer to kill Trunks as long as Goten is around, because he's going to have some extra damage reduction. Yeah, if there's a Goten, if there's a character whose name includes Goten childhood, he has damage reduction. So that just means it's going to take longer to wipe him out, and that's just going to be more time that Goten is going to be hitting us much harder. But it's only 30% attack, so he's only up to roughly like a 1.3 million super attack, and like my units are struggling way more than I ever would have imagined. That's actually pretty decent tanking, I suppose. Goten, or what is your name? Gotenks. Gotenks, my guy. I just need you to dodge. So far, you have not dodged a single time. Oh, we can stun all of them. All 3 of the units can be stunned. They just can't be sealed. Interesting enough. So this is the first time we're actually getting some utilization out of the stun, so he doesn't even need to dodge. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I am able to transform into Tech Ultimate Gohan, but I would much rather save it, I do believe, because Goten is still stunned right here, which is nice. Next time Future Gohan comes around, we are going to have the, what do you call it? The domain up. But I think I need to stack a little bit more, because I know obviously he's way more impressive offensively, and his defensive numbers are generally much more impressive. But the more stacks you can get, obviously, the better. And if the rest of this fight goes well, you know, goes according to Keikaku and everything isn't me struggling up against an event that is generally considered to be rather easy, we'll be cooking. We'll be cooking, especially if I can, like, much more safely put him into slot 2. Like, maybe what we'll do with the other Ultimate Gohan, who we'll keep him next to Beast in slot 2. And we'll just let him continue to stack up until, like, maybe we get to, like, the final phase, which I'm going to assume is going to be the Tech LR. My guess is that this is probably going to be a 3-stage fight. It'll be these guys, then we'll go into the Carnival LR that just dropped, and then we'll go into the Gobros at the very end. That's going to be my assumption. And then, I don't know, at that point we can probably transform him. He'll be way more dominant in slot 1. It's just his, like, his cap, like his ceiling. We'll hit it. But if the more stacks we're able to get in base form is obviously the better. I mean, that's just with any stacking unit. This is type disadvantage, but he is debuffed, and it doesn't even matter. We dodged it. All right, the dodges are actually kind of coming through in a big, big way. But yeah, we're not going to be struggling pretty much anymore throughout the rest of this fight. Like, Trunks is only doing 1.1. That's not scary at all. We do have some support on this rotation, and obviously the Beasterizer is going to do his thing. This is the number 2 unit in the game. I think I have, like, fully made my mind that the Family Kamehameha is, like, definitively number 1. Just because, like, in their base form, they do an insane amount of damage, but, like, they also perform very similarly to, like, Buhan with the guard and the dodge, so they can't really necessarily eat, like, supers unless you get, like, I mean, they can eat them. You're not going to go from full to 0, essentially, is what I'm saying, but they're not, like, a slot 1 sort of unit. But just the Family Kamehameha, they are completely unkillable. And then just the damage you're able to do for it, you're able to keep them in there for 5 turns. The condition is so easy. It's either turn 3 or 77% or less HP at the start of turn. You really couldn't ask for, like, an easier condition for something that devastating when you're able to do it on turn 1. In so many of these fights, you're able to, like, either take damage before the fight even starts. Perfect. You're able to take damage before the fight even starts, or you're, you take a lot of damage turn 1 and then you instantly transform. We're on turn 8. That's how little damage we are doing. We are on turn 8. I am launching a Dokkan attack here. I'm actually going to opt out of picking any of these because I want to move as slowly as possible. Like, we're already moving very, very slow. But Goten and Trunks, I know for a fact they are not fully built up. Obviously, the more stacks I'm able to get with both Ultimate Gohans is significantly better for us as a whole. Again, like I was saying last turn, getting as many offensive stacks, as many defensive stacks as possible. I don't know what their defensive stats should be like, but generally, like, turn 5, turn 7 onward, that's when, like, Tech Ultimate Gohan actually starts to be, like, super, super impressive, very, very dominating. These guys on their next turn are going to actually get the 2-turn support because I floated off the Goten unit, and unfortunately, we are still going to kill regardless. But let's see right here. 11 from them isn't terrible. Them as a floating unit, again, throughout the rest of this fight, they have a 70% chance to dodge, but after they dodge once, they go up to a 90%. And we do still have a stun. They have a stun on their super attack effect. So if we're able to stun any of these phases here onward, that's going to be phenomenal. So let's see kind of what we are rocking with right here. This is going to create a bunch of orbs for Beast Gohan. Ooh, that's pretty good. I'm going to opt to hold on to the active skill. We'll probably use that on Future Gohan's next turn. This is one of my favorite things about Future Gohan. Like, I said this last year in videos, I'm saying it this year as well. He's one of these units who you can keep on a main rotation, or you can float him, and he's going to pretty much perform exactly the same regardless. Now, obviously, he does do better in shorter events. He's going to lose some of his damage reduction as we get a little bit deeper into here. Beast Gohan, yet again, is taking a little bit of damage, but at this point, if his intro was up, we would have lost it already. This is turn 9, you know. Alright, that's actually some pretty decent damage. That's type advantage, though. So, that might have something to factor into it. Let's see here. Again, I do have the stats pulled up. I haven't actually looked at them outside of just that base stage. Just to see, like, why my hybrids were, like, struggling as much as they were. But this pretty much will be a cruise. We'll just be moving very slowly. None of these units are incredibly damage-dealing outside of, like, Goten and Trunks. And maybe you could say, like, easy A Gotenks. Like, Gotenks can do good damage now that he actually is an SSJ 3 and he pops off with giving us a bunch of additionals. That would be nice, but a lot of these units, they're built very slow. You know, they're either stacking or they're just supporting units. Like, Goten isn't going to be doing anything. I'm pretty much just going to be keeping him in slot 3 throughout the rest of the fight. That way he can launch his additionals right there. I mean, he gets crit in slot 3. If I remember correctly, he gets like a 50% chance to crit. I know I literally just looked at his kit, but I'm like trying to remember off the top of my brain what he is rocking with. Not doing too much damage. But like Future Gohan really never did the most amount of damage anyway. So I might actually want to transform both of my Ultimate Gohan so we can maybe move a little bit quicker. Because now that I'm like really thinking about it, I'm like Future Gohan, who right now he is a god. But, like, when the domain goes away, he could probably be, like, not a fraud, but I'm actually going to put these guys in slot 1 because I am confident that they can live, and I want them to get some dodge. I need them to be fully built up, essentially. Plus, they're going to be giving the 2-turn support now, which is super nice. I believe it's 30% attack and defense for both turns. So we're not going to be having that up for the whole fight because I only opted to bring one go... that was 160, plus they are fully built up. Damn! That's fine. We got the super attack up now, so they should be fine. Although, I don't know if these guys get defense on their super attack effect. I know, like, pre-Easy A, they only got attack. They only rose attack for 1 turn was, like, their super attack effect. But again, that's the 80% chance to dodge shining in for us. No super, so if he's going to super here, it's going to be up against Tech Ultimate Gohan. But Tech Ultimate Gohan, he has enough stacks at this point that he is kind of like a defensive god. I guess I could actually check what his defense is right now, and if it's high enough, like, if I feel comfortable... at the state that it is at, I may go ahead and just transform both of them. That way, again, we can move a little bit quicker and not really have to worry about anything right here. But, like, I don't know. If his defense is, like, 1.5, it's probably where I would feel comfortable. But if we're at, like, above the million range, once he transforms, it'll be, like, roughly around, like, 1.7, 2 million, somewhere in that ballpark. And, again, I would feel comfortable having him in that state for the rest of the fight right here. So what are we taking? Again, double digits. I believe it's just 50% damage reduction in that final slot right there. So what is your defense? 1.1. We'll transform you next turn then, because with the stacks that you're going to be getting here, you're going to kind of get to that number that I want. But since these units are stacking, like, look how much HP recovery we are able to get. Just with a couple of orbs, just because you heal based off your HP percentage, and actually getting a couple of attacks in early up against Beast Gohan is good. You know what? I actually hope we don't kill on this turn. That way I can float Future Gohan one more time and him still be safe. But by the looks of things, Beast might be able to do it. I mean, Gotenks, again, he does do good damage. I'm pretty sure he also has a 70% chance to crit once he's in SSJ 3. So likely Gohan is going to be down here, and we're going to be entering the final stage of the fight up against the Go Bros. Well, maybe not, because since I didn't put Ultimate Gohan into slot 1, he's not getting that extra damage buff. I don't know. I guess it kind of depends on if he pops off. Why are all of these being, like, additional normals? I feel like I'm getting triple normal. Ultimate Gohan, hello? Dude, I've been having really bad luck with my additional luck recently on every team except for the Broly team. I feel like the Broly team, I mean, they already move very, like, quickly when it comes to offense, just with how, like, impressive their damage numbers are or whatever. We actually aren't going to get the kill, which is good. So I can get a couple more stacks with Ultimate Gohan, and we can float Future Gohan one more time. The domain will go away, but we do still have the active skill in our back pocket. This is the Super Goten. No way. Chat, I don't want to talk about it. We're swapping teams. I really don't want to talk about it, chat. I don't. Oh my god. We're probably going to struggle with this team too. I would imagine. Alright. Operation Kill Gotenks as quickly as possible has now been initiated. I think I want to go ahead. He has 60% damage reduction. Do I trust that he's going to be fine with just 60%? Yeah. Yeah, I think he'll be fine. Up against only a million is pretty much like what we're dealing with. I think he'll be fine. But let's kill Gotenks as quickly as possible. Then we can get rid of Adele. And then we can go back and we can get rid of Trunks right here. This might do a little bit of damage. Doesn't even matter if we dodge it. Did I put a dodge build on you? I don't remember. Again, I built this unit this morning. 16 is actually pretty good from this guy. That's good. But obviously, he does have like the 5 dodge built in. Yet again, there is the stun. I didn't even know this kid had a stun on his super attack effect, but I will take that. I will take that up 100%. All right. Now, if this guy gets caught by a super, like, we are dead. Like, there's no way we're living. Look at the damage difference we're doing with this team compared to hybrids. Oh, my goodness gracious. I'm just going to do the hybrid mission on my own time. That's so embarrassing. Oh, we're dead. We're dead. He's not living this. No way. Huh? Huh? What? How did he double digit that? Oh, Broly support from his intro. He got an extra 40% defense. I wonder if that might have factored in. That might have factored in. Because that unit, he doesn't have any defensive mechanic. I mean, that's also type advantage, so he has, like, pseudo guard. I don't like to call that true type advantage. I call it true type advantage when you have guard and type advantage. But, I mean, I'm not going to say that's bad. He ate that way better than what Tech Ultimate Gohan was doing. And Tech Ultimate Gohan has damage reduction. So, we will take those. We will take those. Basically, Broly, he just gets, like, those extra stats for his first turn. All right. Having Good Boo and Hirudegarn is pretty nice right here. I guess we'll just keep Hirudegarn around as a floating unit. We'll just float him, like, the entire fight. I want to get Mr. Boo. I can only give him 2. I think you want to give him, like, 4, but we can do this. And then Hirudegarn, that is a lot of attacks you're going to have to dodge in that final slot there. But I have faith in Hirudegarn. So let's see right here. We do have the revive up. I mean, we're getting supered instantly for 300 against Fabu. God gracious. That's a 1 million. I know it's before he attacks or whatever, but still. I can't believe I'm having this hard of a time. Am I even going to be able to beat this mission today? I mean, if I lose this run and the next run, I'll just bring Uncontrollable Power in here and we'll just get the dub and I'll do it in my off time and you guys can make fun of me in the comments. Also, if I made any misplays, let me know if I'm just getting screwed over and completely unlucky. I feel like I'm just getting unlucky. That's what this, honest to God, this feels like. Like, I'm not trying to cope or anything. This just feels like I'm getting screwed over by the game. Like, in every single possible way. Hirudegarn, double digits. All right, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Okay. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And it looks like I'm already able to transform. Oh, it's because I took damage. All right, yeah, let's go ahead. Boom. Transform into Hirudegarn. So, Goten is dead here. I would imagine we're going to do some damage. No. I need to be smart. I need to be smart. Also, this is good because we're getting stacks up with the EZA. Because the EZA, he does greatly stack attack on his 18 key, but he's only in his base form for turn 1 and for turn 3. This might do damage. Yeah, okay, that did do some damage, but we are supering right now, so... and I already know that the EZA Tech Broly, he is able to tank a normal or a super up against Trunks, and Trunks is the unit who would be supering him. As we can see there, we did not get the stun. Is the stun only on the 18 key? It must be. All right, he's supering you, but you supered already, so this should be fine. Doesn't even matter, we dodge it anyway. I do want to check the build that I put on him, because again, I'm not entirely familiar with it. It must be just a chance to stun as well on his super attack, because I'm pretty sure both turns we got him the 18 key. And we didn't stun him right there, but like, yeah, this is perfect. Goten is now completely out of here. We can probably really quickly kill Videl. And then we can kind of move on with our day, go into the family Kamehameha stage. As long as Hirudegarn pops off here, which hopefully he should. Again, he does have the 70%, and then with each subsequent dodge, he gets an extra 10%. This is mine, so he's only 55%. And he's really not doing, like, impressive damage at all. But I do have a dodge build on him. I do remember, vaguely, putting orbs on him, or at least on Hirudegarn? What the fuck? Bro. Actually, what the fuck is going on? What? What? Huh? Are you serious? Dude. What? We're gonna go down here. We're gonna do this. We're gonna go you. We're gonna scroll down a bit. We're gonna do you. who I easy-a'd, and probably the Tech LR. All right. Yeah, okay. No, we're just gonna get our win. We're just gonna get our win. That's fucking bonkers, dude. I actually cannot believe that happened. That's so insane. That was he failed 270% and 221% chances. Chat, I'm not throwing. I promise I'm not. This is ridiculous. All right, I'm not able to get the attack break. The attack break would actually be pretty huge right here. But it doesn't really matter. We can do this right there. I probably should have floated him instead of floating Cell Max, but we're going to have Bio Broly on this upcoming rotation. So let's just kind of see right here. Obviously, Broly is going to be fine right here. Obviously, this is not threatening at all. Really, the only unit on this entire team who I would be worried about would be the EZA Tech Broly. And that's only going to be for these first couple of turns. So maybe I should have floated him because he's the only unit who I think could potentially get caught. This isn't even the AoE animation. I only got the 12 key. Yeah. But he does build up key with his super attacks. That is correct. So everyone did, what do you call it? Super, except for Trunks. But we don't have the intro up from the Int Broly yet. So potentially this Super EZA could take a little bit of damage right here. I guess we will see. I wouldn't imagine, even if we do, it would be like too much. Yeah, we are double-digit tanking all of these normals, which is to be expected. But let's see. Yeah, okay, so we are getting tagged by a super right here, but this is type advantage. We did super. Only a little bit of damage right there. All right, thankfully it was Trunks who decided to super him and not any other unit on the team. Because I actually think if Videl supered him for 1 million type advantage, we probably would have died. Same thing with Goten. Goten launching a 1.3 on turn 1 probably would have wiped him off the face of the planet, but maybe not from full HP, because again, I did essentially have full HP right here. Cell Max doing a lot of additionals right here is super good. So he's pretty much already built up, or not built up fully defensively, but very close to it. And then when he comes back around, we can probably just float him off again. All right. I think I want to float you in this situation. And let's just go balls to the walls. Let's not hold back anything. I do need to give the Super EZA some rainbows right here. But he's also going to be an AoE, so I guess it doesn't matter too much. That's 2 right there. So 50% chance to crit, and he is going to be launching a guaranteed additional super. So we're going to be doing 2 AoEs, and he's going to get his build up, because if an AoE unit has to build up by doing supers, each one, he's essentially going to be fully built up, because usually he has to perform 5 super attacks to get all of his extra buffs, which is 150% attack and defense and 50% damage reduction. But since he's AoEing 3 units, the first attack that he does, obviously that it's going to give him like 30% damage reduction, and it's going to give him, what is 30 times 3? 90% attack and defense. And then after that, when he does his guaranteed additional super, he will be fully built up. Assuming we don't kill any of the units right here, it actually would be bad if Broly killed them right there, but it doesn't matter. Even if this Broly right here does kill Goten, which I wouldn't imagine unless he crits him, because he is only launching a 5.7 right here. Yeah, he is alive, so that's going to be good. But we're going to see like a pretty substantial jump in power, yeah, all the way up to 11.7. Now that's with 30% attack from his super attack effect, on top of the fact that he got an extra 90% to stat. So that is pretty huge, and he is fully built up defensively, so he has the 90% damage reduction. So we are cooking. We're actually able to move through this event in a very effective way. You're also able to stun Trunks. That's right, you're able to stun all 3 of them. I am going to be greedy, I think, and try to get as many stacks with this unit as I can. No reason not to pop this right here. So we can do that. We can focus down Videl since Trunks is stunned. There's no real reason not to just try to wipe him off the face of the planet. We may honestly kill on this turn, which probably wouldn't be the worst thing ever, in combination of the AoE and just how, like, incredibly powerful all these units are. Dude, she really has been bullying Slot 1, just supering out the gate instantly. What is her super attack cooldown? It's 0. She has a 50% chance to super, and she has a 0-turn cooldown. Okay. So Videl is, like, only here to super, essentially, because her normals are only 400k. Not really anything to be scared about. But yeah, Videl's probably going to be dead here, and the additional super from Broly might just outright wipe Trunks off the face of the planet right here. Yeah, 24, and again, this is giving him a greatly stack attack, so he now has an extra 50% attack permanently. So his active skill turn is going to be way more dominant. All right, going into this next turn, this is up against the Family Kamehameha Gohan. And again, I think I'm going to float off Cell Max. We'll pop this active skill right here. And I think we'll collect the int orbs over here. And then is this going to be 4 orbs? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. So now Broly, this Broly, Super Easy A Broly, he has a 100% chance to dodge. And he is going to be launching 2 guaranteed additional supers. So, again, he is fully built up. So, I guess let's see kind of what kind of... Oh, my God. Plus, he's giving support. With each orb that he obtains, he's giving super or extreme class allies, what is it, 1 key and 20% attack and defense. So, we gave him 6 orbs there. That can't be right. There's no way I just gave an extra 120% support. Is that right? Or is it Rainbow Orb? It might be Rainbow Orb. Because if it's just Orbit, I mean, even still, if it is that, that's 80% support that I'm able to do right there. 18 right there. And the guaranteed additionals are going to be way crazier because he's getting 30% attack with each one of these. And they're guaranteed crits, 19.2. Yeah, dude, this is... Dude, I like what they did with the Super Easy A Broly. I gave a dodge build to mine. I believe he's... I have him 90%. Because before going into the celebration, I had him at 55. And then through summons, oh my god. This is the hidden potential system right here. Is he going to outright kill? Yo, Cell Max, we could one-phase this fight. Now, I know Cell Max is not going to get his guaranteed additional super because we did not get... it doesn't even matter. A normal would have killed right there. Yeah, all right. So we're going up against the final phase, or what I'm assuming to be the final phase, up against Gobros. Let's see right here. Oh, well, we have to wait to see this legendary transformation from 2019, by the way. Every time I see it, I just have to point it out. Like, I know the drawing right here, it's very low quality, all things considered, but, like, it looks so freaking good. We are able to pop it right here. I mean, yeah, we have type advantage, so we don't really need to pop this. There's no real reason to do it, but I'm going to go ahead and do this right here because I am assuming that this is the end of the fight. So we can just try to wipe this kid off the face of the planet, get the extra support to planetary destruction units. We're also going to be doing a little bit of orb changing right here. So let's kind of see what we were rocking with. He didn't change any orbs. All right, that sucks. But I want to read, is it per... Yeah, it's per Rainbow Key Sphere. All right, but last turn he gave 80% support. Oh, the app is lagging a little bit. Probably from the domain. Do you see that? Or it's lagging on my end at the very least. But we can do this right there. And let's go ahead and just pop this and see if we can one-turn this kid. And because we one-turned the last phase, I think collecting this STR orb, or this physical orb right there, would be the smartest thing to do for the rainbow orb changing on this upcoming turn. But this guy's actually pretty freaking ridiculous with the domain up. Guard, 60% damage reduction, 260% defense at the start of turn. He is giving support to uncontrollable power allies, and then he also has a revive in his back pocket. Yeah, this is going to be completely double digits. I guess we can see, does he stun, seal, debuff? He does defensive debuff, so that is important to keep in mind for this upcoming turn. We can still put him into slot 1, just because, again, he does have guard, true type advantage, and everything like that, but something to look out for. There are some units who could potentially get caught by that super attack, depending on how big the debuff is. Like, if it's like 80%, that would be actually pretty scary. We're doing some good damage right here, and probably not going to wipe him out, unless we're, I mean, what's the attack set right here? 55 million. That is pretty good. If we do get, like, a lot of crits right here, which are guaranteed, I'm pretty sure when you're at 24 key. If we get additional super, which is guaranteed. If we get the hidden potential system right here, I think this is going to be our dub. So, fingers crossed, chat, that we can outright just wipe him out. Hidden potential system additional, normal. Not what you want to see, but hey, it happens. It's okay. We have Bio Broly on this turn, but we don't have his thing. Yeah. So we're going to float Bio Broly off yet again. I'm not going to play risky or anything. Let's just go ahead and do this right here. That is 4 yet again. And look at his key just rocket up. It's going to be so easy to get the Majunior attack right now when you have him linked up with Super Easy A. It's a little bit disappointing to think about that Int Easy A Broly came out during this exact same celebration. I don't know why. Like, they have the same name, so it's hard to run them on the same team. It's hard to run any... Oh, there's another phase. Oh. Well, we do have the revive up. We also have the target all. Sure, we could pop the target all. Interesting that we went back. I really did expect Gobros to kind of be the finale to the fight. That's good damage right there. But might as well keep ourselves safe on this rotation because we're not going to take any damage at all. But back to the tangent that I was on. It is a little bit of a shame that they easy hate him during this celebration because there are so many legendary Super Saiyan Brolys. There's so many Super Saiyan Brolys. So having the same name, like, I don't understand why in 2024 Dokkan we can't just have, but I mean, I guess because so many units of the same name, they share a lot of the same links, you know? But you could just change it a little bit, or like, I don't know, we had this problem last year, and that's why we have characters like EP Beerus, so that we will never have a Fusion Zamasu incident again. But like, we are having a Fusion Zamasu incident. 1 year later, we're having this brand new team with a bunch of really powerful options, and they all share the same name, and you can't link them together, or do anything of the sort. And I know that, like, the workaround is like, oh, well, Dragon Ball Super Broly and the EZA, the issue's only until turn 4. This Broly, obviously, he starts off in base form, so when he transforms, you can do that on turn 1. He's not going to be an issue, but having 3 characters on this team, potentially, who all have the exact same name, being Legendary Super Saiyan Broly, that is an L, and then having the Int one be just, like, I mean, I still think he's way better than a lot of the community give him credit for, because he actually does do really solid damage and pretty decent tanking up against, like, Goku enemies. So any fight that has a Goku 59% damage reduction, like, you're going to be fine. But, like, the Super EZA is just outright better. We saw, like, he's doing those attack stats way better. He's supporting everything. He's creating orbs. He's AoEing. Like, he's just better in every way. What was the point of EZAing Broly? Because, like, I mean, yeah, I understand, like, an EZA, that's good and easy content to do, but we've gotten next to no EZAs this celebration. We've gotten what? We got Tech Turles. 1, 2, 3. Am I able to get you 4? I'm not able to get you 4. Okay. But we got Turles, and poor Turles, man. Turles is so good. He just doesn't have a home. He's just kind of floating around in limbo. Like, I don't know what they were cooking up with Turles. Like, Turles really is, like, that guy. He is super... Nice dodge. He is so good. It's just he needs Terrifying Conquerors or Planetary Destruction, and this team is very uncontrollable power focused. So what was the point of easying Turles now when he just doesn't have a home? You can't, I mean, you can run him very effectively on movie bosses, but if you want to run movie bosses at full power, that means if you want to run Turles, that means you cannot run Bio Broly, you cannot run the Int Broly. And then at that point, I feel like you're handicapping yourself because both of those units offer a little bit more to the team than what Turles is doing. But, like, Turles has potential to be a top 10 LR on a team that, like, you don't have to handicap yourself to use. So, Turles is a little bit iffy. Int Broly was certainly a little bit iffy. The Carnival Broly's very, very good. Goten and Trunks, I think, are, like, a top 10 unit in the game contender. And the Super EZA, I mean, he seems pretty freaking ridiculous right there. But... I just don't know. Why did we not get sub EZAs? I guess there is still the chance. I think I talked about that early in the video, but there we go. There's that mission done. I'll just do the other 2 in my own time because I only have 1 more attempt and I don't really feel like being fucked by RNG again. But that is going to be all for this time, guys. I've been the SweetBro27. I'm a variety Twitch streamer and an up-and-coming PNG YouTuber trying to make it big in the world. I have a Twitter, a Twitch, a TikTok, and a YouTube, the links to which can all be found in the description of this video. And while you're down there, don't forget to like, subscribe, share me around, and leave me a comment, positive, negative, or indifferent. I would love just any sort of interaction I can get from you all. But that's going to be all for now. So, as always, I've been the SweetBro27, and I am signing off.